1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. 7 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to another video. So today, first of all, let me give you a brief update. Um, Everything with my initial plans when I actually moved out of my home, planning to go small, which would have been van life or RV life. I mean, everything just fell apart. Two car accidents, unforeseen financial issues, and all of that. So I pretty much I didn't really scrap the idea, but it's like another issue that came up, me wanting to be closer to my grands and to help my daughter while she is navigating early motherhood. Not to mention she is a teacher. She has a lot going on and she's in grad school. So I had made a lot of different decisions. I didn't change as far as wanting to travel, wanting to transform into RV life. Quite frankly, I can't because I had already moved out of my brick and mortar home part of the process. So I'm having to go through fixing my credit a little bit, getting financially grounded again. So that's what we're working on. So just understand that while I'm doing that, I'm just taking more time to be organized and intentional about the research of everything. I definitely want to be very small when it comes to the travel part of my plans. I am somewhat intimidated by pulling a van, a RV. So that is still heavy on my mind. And then van size, I'm not quite sure. The ideal would be a cargo size van because it gives you the most room in a mini situation. But I like the van size van. So I don't know where we're going to go, but we're going to look at this RV. This young lady is a van lifer. Um, I don't know what else to say but that. But anyway, she's going to show us her kitchen setup in her van and a day in the life of her living in her van. So that's what we're going to do right now. Thank you so very much, guys, for taking the time to come check this video out. Let's jump right on in.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Zeze Desire channel, and I promised you guys I would give you a little update on what I've been doing off camera. If you're new here, I live in a 2007 high-top cargo van traveling with my dog and my cat. So here's my kitchen, and we're going to be adding to that as well. So I'm thinking I need my sink back. So we're going to be making a sink today. When I started,
Now that scares me because I've seen some of her projects and they don't necessarily turn out I'm just saying.
my life, I didn't have no type of help. I didn't really know who to turn to, and I didn't have no friends that I could rely on because they thought I was crazy for living in a van. When you live in a van, and you start to make friends of other people who are in the same situation as you. So I decided to go visit my friend and he's gonna be helping me make my sink today. Alright, so here's my kitchen area. You know, the other side's still my kitchen, right? I tinted this for future references and if you're making your own countertops, okay? Chill out with the polyurethane and do epoxy. Way easier. We're gonna be epoxying this after I sand all this off. I realized I wanted to be a natural cabin look because why not? I'm living in a van in a cabin, you know? So over here, this is what we're gonna be working on. This is plastic duct, but we're not gonna worry about that. I want to add a sink right here, a mirror eventually, but right now we're just working on the sink area, and I gotta, clear all that out. While Life with Jerry is outside cutting up the wood that we need to go in this little back piece right here, I didn't want to move this or cut this, so I just added back storage. So he's out there cutting that. We're gonna see what else we need. Chica didn't want to be spending a lot of money, so this is what we're working with. I got this for $12 at Lowe's. This can be found cheaper from elsewhere, but I couldn't find any in the area I was in, so I just went with the $12 and I can cut it. This is a dog bowl from Dollar Tree. If you want the SKU, there you go.
What the hell? I know that ain't gonna be the sink, is it? How the hell does she have room using the doggy bowl? I don't know, y'all.
49 cents from Lowe's. I don't know if I'm gonna need this. I got this because this is from my sink build before. Someone gave this to me. I need to paint it. It's a little too high. I could just cut this and use this. This I got from Amazon on a Black Friday deal last year, and it was $7. The line that it came with, I lost. So I bought this line from Tractor Supply for $8. I did not need the whole roll. Now, just FYI, these lines, they stink, okay? You put this in a fresh thing of water without boiling this line first, and it'll make the whole thing taste like plastic, okay? Don't do that. This I got from the Lowe's section. There's like a little RV section at the Lowe's that I went to. I got this for $9, yellow tags. That means it was on sale. And
Well, I'm glad to hear that there's an RV section. That's new. Never heard anybody say that before.
and it's not exactly the color I wanted, but I wanted something that worked. That was more important. So yeah. Now what we're gonna do first
I'm
is
still stuck on the damn pit bowl. She needed, in my opinion, if you're gonna go and put all this effort into making a sink, you damn sure want it to be bigger than that. What the hell is she gonna do with that?
I don't know yet. Now that this is cut in half and still has a silicone on it from the last time I used it, this is just a barrier. It doesn't really need to be silicone, but I just did that so it would fit in my water dispenser easier. So I'm just gonna fit that back in there for now. Okay. Now my goal is to choose a spot where I want to put this. Where is it going to be out of the way? I plan on putting a basket back there and extending this table. So putting it back here won't help. So I decided to put it in front of this in case you wanted the same setup. That's why I'm putting it in this section right here. So if I look this way at it, don't look at my mess. I'm going to have this right here, and I need the water to be able to flow into this little tiny pan. So now I have to test it out. If I were to have the sink right here, would the water flow into it when I turn this on? I'm going to be using my spray bottle as the place of the water source. So I'm just going to throw that line in here really quick. There's just water in here. So, and then I'm going to put this up where I think it should go and put my sink where I think it should go. I think it's a little bit like right in this area, and I think I should have this like right in this area. So let's see if it works. Pretend it's closed. Click open. Click water. Perfect. Exactly what I wanted. Just drew a quick line around this. Now I grabbed a paper plate because I need to measure this bowl. But last time I did my build and I cut something out like a hole, I had the hole too big. So I'm trying to avoid that because I don't want to buy another piece of wood. This wood was on sale. I got this for $15, which is abnormal. It should be more money than that. But I got lucky at Lowe's. So I'm going to measure this. what I did first was I traced it onto a paper plate I had. There's still some water I got on it. I think this is about a 1/2 inch, but I'm just gonna double check.
So guys, she's creating her own sink using these.
This is exactly a 1/2 inch. And then I'm gonna try to cut it and see if this bowl can fit in this paper plate. If it can, then I can cut this paper plate out and use that as the tracing hole for this piece of wood. Alright, cut it out. Let's try it. Put that there. Put this on top because I'm going to pretend this is the table. And I'm going to try to lift this up. Yeah, you can come in.
Where's your saw thing? Sorry.
Because it's just too big. I think I'm going to cut out another paper plate and then do it that way. Gonna cut another 1/2 inch off. Then I'm going to trace it on here. And then we're going to try again. Alright, Jerry brought us our piece of wood, so we gotta put this behind there. Let's see if it fits. Let me peek through the other side. Let's see. It fits? Does it fit?
I just can't whip it. Oh, yeah. Like this.
It's good enough though, right?
Yeah, look at it.
I like it. Let's look from the other side.
It's staying there too, look.
It is? Oh, wow. That's way better than I expected. Damn good.
It's not perfect, but it's good enough.
We just add some brackets and connect it to this piece of wood, this cabinet right here. I think it'll be nice.
Thank you. That's good.
That was Jerry's work. Let's go. Give me one.
Something light.
Also, this isn't mine. I'm borrowing it, so I didn't have to pay for it. But because these things is like $40 at Lowe's. Got a magical towel for the floor.
So we just needed just to start the hole. That's it. Just drill the hole and then go should go all the way around. It'll be easy.
Yeah, I'm hoping. Let's do it.
You said,
Good girl. All right, this is where we're at now. I didn't want to have all the loud stuff on camera, so we were using this and we realized it's slightly too small. We didn't want to go through the whole thing anyway because we technically just wanted a little divot so that this could just kind of like go inside and like not tip over, but that's not gonna work because it's slightly smaller. So we used this drill bit that we happen to have on hand and went all the way through with this, all the way through, and it's big enough to fit this tubing. So secondary option, just put that over it with some cement glue. And the cement glue I'm talking about is from Dollar Tree, $1.25. We drilled another hole with this, and now I'm going to use the jigsaw, and we are using the jigsaw on an Anchor power station that belongs to Life with Jerry.
Oh, hey, man.
Wah, wah, wah. Just kidding. Look. Perfect.
All that matters.
I apologize, but this is about to be really, really loud. It's not doing nothing. 3 hours later. We realized we were using the wood ones and not the metal ones, so now we got the right one. Let's see how fast this one goes through. Woo! So if you hear me out of breath, it's because I am. That looks kind of crazy, but what I did is I drilled a bunch of holes until I got the hole big enough for this to be bent through. So tiny little bit of crack, but I'm not worried about it because we got this gasket right here, this seal type little circle thingy. I'm gonna just push the rest down. So as long as this is good, I won't have to worry about any leaks. I also got some of this to seal it up from Dollar Tree, $1.25. I think
Every
it was
dollar you got
$1.25.
everything.
Don't quote me. The goal to having this mini sink is so I can be able to spray my hair with water, look in the mirror, brush my teeth, wash my face. This is a beauty sink. That's what we're gonna call it, beauty sink. We're gonna see if this fits. Come here. Look at this thing. You're annoyed? Uh-oh, turning off the camera. Okay, now we're testing it out to see if it leaks inside there. The good news is I know why it was leaking. It needs a seal basically. I need to put the little round piece on the back, and there's a bunch of metal pieces sticking out, so I couldn't really put that on. But I'm gonna try to, and then I'm gonna put some silicone, see if that fixes it.
Can you pay half? Just get back to me, please. Thanks.
I would say no.
So guys, they are working on putting a sink into her van. She went from living in a car to living in this van. She paid $6,000 for over a 6-month period of time. She actually was scammed once. So be sure if you guys follow the path that she followed that you're careful. But basically we are using this video just to kind of see what she has going on in her van. So that's what we're looking at. She's in the process of building a sink.
How much power do you think a toaster takes?
What is it?
A toaster. A toaster a lot of power.
I saw one as low as 200 watts before. It is day 2 of finishing the sink, so we're gonna be heading to Lowe's to get some stuff. Okay, so I just put a mirror up in the kitchen area. I didn't know how to attach it, so I meant to buy a portable one that's rechargeable like the mirror, but it arrived and I don't feel like returning it. So I have it plugged into a 20-foot type C charger, and it's just gonna have to be plugged in when I use it. So has that setting for when I use the mirror, and also has
I'm really big on, I want my stuff to, I don't want things that I'm using if I'm living in a van or living wherever to look I don't want things to look messed up. I want them to look like it's supposed to be there. I don't want it to look bootleg either. So that's another concern I have about living this way.
the warm setting, which I really like because it like makes everything glow. So I couldn't take these arms off, so I just connected it to a piece of wood, drilled that in with some zip ties because I couldn't go through the metal. I just didn't know how to do all that. So now it has this. I have some flowers down here I'm going to be using to decorate so I can hide those zip ties. I almost forgot to film this part, but I got some stain, and it's not exactly the color that I thought it was going to be, but good enough. I already put it on here. So it's like really watery, and then I'm going to add some epoxy on top probably tomorrow.
Hey. Get up. Why get up?
So this is what it's looking like so far. I got the spice rack that I didn't tint yet, but I plan on tinting that. Mirror, the sink spout, toothbrush. I did stain this with 2 different colors. Still don't like it, unfortunately. I might have to go with something lighter. And I got the bins. That's laundry doesn't belong there. But I'm gonna have to make a number 2 video, a part 2.
I mean, it doesn't look bad at all. It doesn't look bad. It's got something for everywhere. I mean, so tell me what you guys think. Do I think I can do all of that? No. I would want to have someone kind of do the building part for me. I mean, that's really not something I want to do. I want it, whatever I'm traveling in, to be comfortable, but I don't want to be doing all that. So that's all I have to say for now. Tell me what you guys think. We will talk. She's out of town. We will talk later, and I will see you guys in the next one. She